Hello, people of the internet. About to smoke some up, just bullshitting to be honest. Today or tonight is day one of quitting drinking. Yeah, round of applause, round of applause. Um, I don't know how hard it's about to be. About a month ago, I quit the vapes, like the nicotine. I mean, I still use gars, but I'm not constantly all day hitting. You know what I'm saying? Hitting something. Uh, yeah, I think drinking would be the next best thing. I'm not quitting this shit right shit, but that shit too fine. But yeah, I'm gonna see how this goes. It's rough trying to do shit like this, like bettering yourself, cause I want to tell people like, oh yeah, I'm gonna quit drinking. I'm gonna do these good things, and then if you fucking around and don't do it, and you look stupid. So the only person I told is my fiance. I'm in like a customer at work, so we was getting like talking deep, but um, yeah, I don't know. It's rough because I really want to do it, but like if I were to, let's just say, drink tomorrow, it would be because I really wanted to for XYZ reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? You justified in your head, but then if I go tell my mom, let's just say, oh yeah, I'm quitting drinking today, like with conviction, and then I tell her next time I see her, oh yeah, that lasted a week. I'm gonna look like a fool, or okay, let me rephrase. I might not look like a fool, but I'm gonna feel like one, because how I'm gonna go around and pretty much like give people my word that I'm gonna do something and I back out of it. So I'm keeping it real low key. I mean, this video is gonna go out. I'm not editing this shit. So however long this is what y'all got, and then everybody will know. I mean, I said that I was gonna quit vaping. Just fucking did it. Like I said, it's been a month, almost 5 weeks, and I mean, same thing. I still smoke, so it's like kind of a cheat code. Like I still get to hit on something, but to to go away from the habit of all day, every day, fucking just the constant hitting something, motion, not only the motion, but then like the feeling in your body, even if it's not a good feeling, like that doesn't necessarily feel good, but it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel bad. Okay. I guess I should rephrase that. It feels good that I could breathe without fucking coughing. Like that was a deep breath. I'm not saying I would cough at that before, but I know that's where it would get to eventually. Especially, I wanna smoke weed until I'm 75 years old. Like if I can smoke for the rest of my life until I die, I'm okay with that. That's why I'm cool with getting rid of drinking and the nicotine, which also obviously is gonna save me a lot of money. But not only like that, but like the next thing after drinking is gonna be my energy drinks. I'll say on an average basis, I'll drink like 3 or 4 small Red Bulls a day. And it's not even just for energy. Like maybe like the first 1 or 2 is for energy, or let's just say the first one, and then the last one is for energy. But the first one, I mean the other two, and just in general, they just taste fucking good. I like the way they taste. Obviously, I like that fucking energized feeling. I be telling some people, I fuck with being like mad energy, like hyped up, while also being high as shit. Like smoke like 4 blunts and then drink like like first thing in the morning, start drinking a Red Bull on a Sunday for me, for instance, as I'm off. I say wake up at 10 and I drink a big Red Bull. Right after I start drinking that bitch, I'm gonna come outside and smoke. And then, so it's like 11. By 12:30, outside smoking again, and already on the next Red Bull. By like 3 o'clock, bro, I should be fucking hype, like ready to game, ready to fucking go out and do some shit, but also like chill, you know what I'm saying? Like earlier at work, I felt it because it was real slow at first, and then after me drinking like 2 of my Red Bulls, I got a customer. Boss talking so fucking fast, I was talking this dude heads off, dude. Like I was talking so fast, and I could see whenever I started talking fast as fuck, because I let him talk most of the time. I didn't really feel like talking to this dumbass. Started talking about all types of random shit, going on and on. And then I started talking at the end of the conversation, and I'm the reason that he ended the conversation, because I was in that shit. But that's part of it, like why I'm trying to quit some shit, because it's this whole generation, and it's still stimulation in other ways, but I'm trying to not be so constantly so highly stimulated. Like I'm gonna be having a kid soon, and I'm not gonna be able to, well, really, I've always thought, even weed, like I will quit smoking for, if I got to a couple months or whatever, like to conceive the child and be clean. Like let's just say a month. Let's just say my girl would have started her menstrual cycle, right? Not naked. Sorry, that was probably, somebody might click off the video because of that. That's when my girl starts her cycle. A month later, or when she starts her cycle, like when we're ready to have a kid, I'm gonna stop smoking. And then the next cycle comes around, like after that one, I should be fully clean, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I just don't want my kid really coming out like me, like low key, a little special. My parents was young as shit, and I'm not gonna say they was doing anything wild, beforehand, or while my mom's smoking while I'm pregnant or something, but definitely a little off. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they was just smoking around me, like I was getting second hand high. But I remember, hold on. So we got, close to where I live, they got a lake. So we go to, people go to the lakefront. It's like this it's got stairs, like concrete stairs, and then they got like a wall, and then a spot where people like can park their cars and shit. And I remember being with my mom, my dad, and his truck. And then I remember my dad's friend, his girl, and then maybe if they had a kid. I don't remember if they had a kid though. But I remember being us in the truck and shit, and we go to the lakefront, and I could smell. Now I know it was weed, and my dad and his friend had walked away from me and the women. So and then that's when I started smelling it. So like now that I'm older, I fucking know. But at the same time, like on the same hand, I also used to have. So like in my head, say I was at school, right? And the teacher was talking about fucking World War II. I would sometimes like disassociate, I guess. And if say the sentence was in World War II, and then he like paused. If I would got like out of it, I'm talking about. I remember telling my dad about it when I was in middle school, like 6th or 7th grade. So this is, you know what I'm saying, all the way up until then. I remember telling my dad about it then, but I remember explaining like I said, the sentence is World War II just started, or whatever the fuck I just said. I would replay it slow-mo, and then slower and slow. The World War II, like, and that would just be, and then obviously when you slow someone down, the voice gets deeper, so it'd be a deep-ass voice, just repeating random shit in my head. I sometimes, obviously, it'd be like negative shit, never positive shit, but I don't know. That shit really crazy as fuck. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. If y'all still here fucking with me, that's fire. Smoke with me. Yeah, fucking shit's crazy. I was talking to the dude I was talking about earlier that I told him I quit drinking, the customer that came in. I'm not gonna say the story, just in case, because the dude's real cool. He said he's even gonna come back tomorrow and come fuck with me. Maybe eventually I tell him about the YouTube shit. I don't want him to come on here and see that I told his story. You know what I'm saying? But something happened to him. For somebody he knows, something happened to somebody he knows that I can relate to because it's happened to me multiple times. Well, not happened to me, but to people around me multiple times. And so I think he asked me how my day is going. You know what? I'm gonna back up. First, there's this cool dude I'm really cool with at the shop, or that comes into the shop and buys these like mushroom gummies. And he's like a handyman, you know, and actually the extra information for no fucking reason, he takes the mushroom gummies instead of drinking now. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, also maybe where I got the idea from. But he comes in first, and he's supposed to be maybe doing some work for us. So I was telling him about that when the dude that you know I was talking to walked in. So I'm talking to the handyman, and then the dude said something or some shit. So then I stopped having a conversation while the customer is sitting there. It was kind of wrong on my end, but I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, talk about something serious real quick. But the dude, you know, so I start to help him. He gets a vape and shit. And then I believe he asked me how my day first. And I didn't give him my initial, like my normal answer. I didn't autopilot it, which autopilot is I'm always good. You know what I'm saying? Like today, it's always a good day, which I do feel that way because it's not always a great day, but it's always a good fucking day. It's always a good day to keep it fucking going. And that's partially what me and him was talking about. Like, you know, it sucks sometimes, but life can also be so fucking great. Like, I didn't think about this earlier with him, but I'm thinking about it right now. Like, I tell my friends, love is like such a risky thing. Trying to be with somebody, trying to learn to love someone, or, you know, just start a relationship in general is so scary. And I mean, obviously not when you're too young. You haven't experienced too much pain from people, but even if nobody's necessarily fucked you over, just being with someone, making that the normal, and then one day the normal being stripped from you. Even if it's not a relationship. Like for me, with my parents, you know what I'm saying? I went back and forth between, you know, different custody things. Didn't see my dad for almost 10 years at one point. Like just things that changed the normal fuck you up. And especially when it's a relationship, because that's somebody, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, or whatever you want to call them, a partner, is the first person outside of your family that gets to see a different part of you. Like, I don't know about everybody necessarily, like, at least when it comes to like friends comparatively to, you know, partners, but like there's shit when I was younger that I told my, you know, little girlfriend in middle school or beginning of high school that I didn't even tell my friends at the time. Like, and then whenever that shit's going down because you are, you know, letting somebody else get to see the real you, and then, you know, saying whatever the fuck happens, you know, they cheat or y'all just break up because you got bored, whatever. That takes a piece out of you. It's just scary in general with life. But something that I told the dude earlier was that it never stays bad for forever. I told him how when I don't think I told him age, but when I was 10 years old, I told my stepmom, I was living with my dad at the time. I told my stepmom, I said, I don't even enjoy the happy moments when they come around because I just know that the sad moments are going to come right back. Like, I would venture to say that I was depressed at 10 years old. Because nobody taught me about sadness. Nobody's telling a kid, this is how you feel, you know what I'm saying, this or that. I'm sitting there and intellectually smart enough to understand what the emotions that I'm going through and what my body has subconsciously started doing. Like, I don't know, that's a little crazy in my opinion. But uh I guess fuck it. Let's just go. A little recap of my shit. Talking about like trauma and shit. My parents broke up when I was 6. Remember coming home because I live around New Orleans, and 2005 Hurricane Katrina came and hit. So I was born 2002, 2005. It was actually 5 days before my birthday. So I was about to turn 3 when it hit. So I'm talking about, what I'm saying, my dad had his own house at like 21, 22. I was like 4, 5, 6, area time. Um, he is really fucking like, he's really good when it comes to fixing shit up. So he was fixing the house up. I'm going off the fucking tangents. Anyway, coming home one day, and we learned about smoking cigarettes is bad. So when we were coming home, my dad was smoking a cigarette, and I told him how he shouldn't smoke a cigarette, or shouldn't be smoking cigarettes because it's not good for him or whatever. And he was like, "Get out of my face." So then, obviously I go inside. We fucking, I don't even know what I was doing. But I do remember, like, I used to always hear my parents, like, fighting, yelling at each other, all that shit. And that's what it was. The way they had it was, like, the front yard right here, whatever. You go through the front door, or you can go around through the side door in the back. But when you come through the back door, it's the kitchen right here. And then there's, like, this is the front door still. Come through the back door to the kitchen, and there's, like, a dining room area. But when you come through the front door, it's a living room, big ass living room. Like when you come out through the back door into the kitchen right here, it goes into the living room. Anyway, you go to the back of the house, and that's where like my room and their room was. So I'm all the way in the back of the house and can hear them fucking yelling in the front lawn. They're going outside and like just watching, and they asked me who I wanted to live with, my mom or my dad. Boy, my dad was fucking scary, boy. Like, fuck that. I told straight my mom. So at first I went back, every other weekend I went and seen my dad, shit like that. Getting a wife, or end up getting a girlfriend, having a kid, shit, all that shit, getting married after that. Cause he actually told me he ended up getting married with her after they had their first kid, cause he didn't want to make the same mistakes as he did with me. Not necessarily me being the mistake, but like he wanted to try and stay committed. But she ended up having 3 kids with her. Only reason I'm going off on that tangent is because that does play into, you bitch, part of why, what's it called? Part of why shit sucks so bad is because, shit, I don't know. I'm not gonna say what my dad was doing, even though it is part of what he's done. I'm not gonna talk shit on him like that. My dad was doing some bad shit at the time, and ended up, that's why I didn't see him for like 10 years, but come home from work, just go in his room, come and eat dinner. When dinner was ready, go back into his room. So, obviously, my stepmom would do similar. She'd come out and cook dinner, of course, but she would be in the room with them a lot of times. So, me at 9, 10, I think maybe 11 years old as well, just taking care of my 3 siblings. My oldest little brother is 7 years younger than me, and then the youngest one is gotta be like around 10 years younger than me. I don't remember exactly how old. Which, I'm sorry, Gabe. I love you, bro, but I'm real bad with this shit. I'm real bad at birthdays in general. Anyway, yeah, I just remember when I lived at his house, I didn't get to really do nothing. Like, school was actually fun to me. If I can remember going to school and I couldn't cut up. Like, I couldn't be bad because then I'd get in trouble, get my ass whooped. But I could still, like, you know what I'm saying, if I could talk a little bit, or at like lunchtime, bro, everything except for being at home was fucking amazing. No, my AirPod's about to die. But yeah. Is this AirPod about to die too, bro? The fuck? Yeah. I remember why we got on this topic, and I'm gonna make the rest of this short. But anyway, so shit sucks for me when I was, around like 10 or whatever. End up at like 14. I ended up still doing week and week. I think I even lived with my dad. He ended up like losing that house and shit and moving to a different house. I think I ended up living with him primarily for a while. Like I don't even think I visited my mom. But remember my dad asking me to piss in a bottle or like a cup one day for him. Like first thing I'm waking up for school, and before I go piss in the morning, he come in, hand me a cup. Be like, yo, you could do this for me. Which that might have been crazy to say, but shit was real, bro. I'm not gonna mention everything. Cause my dad fucked up a lot, but like I said, not only did he have me real young, but he's not the same person. He's not doing the same shit. Like, proud of that man. Because even though I'm his son, I seen how he's grown as a man. It's crazy to be able to do that with people. Like, all right, let me not. If I could just start saying shit, I'm going off another tangent. But I ended up moving in with my mom at like 14, and I stayed with her until just moved in on my old lady like a year and a half ago. But shit was crazy with my mom. I'm not gonna lie. The only like bad thing that I could say about my mom, not that I'm trying to, but like if I were to start to talk about, shit that was bad between me and her, is my mom just doesn't have much emotional control. And maybe emotional control isn't the right way to describe it, but my mom's just an emotional person. However, whichever way that goes, and it's not me trying to talk bad about her, but that was the problems that we had, was emotional problems. And I think that's why I'm partially so good with my emotions today. Obviously, it's a lot to do with weed, but I don't need to be high to control myself. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was a kid, I had real bad anger issues, and just if going through with my dad, it would have been whatever I'm doing, at least what I assumed, because I don't know what happens in his household. But like living with my dad is like whatever I would do bad, you get punished, you get whooped, you get yelled at. I'm not saying I didn't happen with my mom, but there was a little bit more freedom and a little bit more figuring it out on my own. There was points where my mom was working 80, 100 hours in a week. And maybe not as like when I was 16, 17 years old, but she would still just be at work a lot, trying to provide for me and partially my friends as well. Like, what I'm saying? She was the fucking plug. She was the one. My mom was a mom to everybody. But so that pretty much just meant that I did a lot of shit that I wasn't supposed to be doing when I was supposed to be doing it. I just walked. I'd walk like fucking 10 miles to go pull up at a bitch crib or something. It was one time at like 2 in the morning I did that. It wasn't no 10 miles. It was like a 45-minute walk. If I'm walking like 4 miles an hour, that might be 10 miles. It definitely wasn't though. But I remember stealing my mom's car a couple times. Boy, oh boy, what? I never would have stole my dad's truck. The possibilities. But because of all that, I hold myself accountable, and like I'm pretty hard on myself, trying to keep myself where I need to be, because I had to figure out that you keep fucking around, you gonna find out. Whether that be me go to jail, you know what I'm saying, this, that. I've had a couple run-ins, like, stupid shit, man. so blessed to be here where I am today. And it's fucking beautiful. This is why I said earlier, like about love being scary, because you know what I'm saying, it could be so, I didn't go into it, I just went off on a tangent when I started talking about it, but it could be so beautiful, or it could be so beautiful and so terrible. But that's the risk that you take because of how beautiful it could be. What the fuck is life if you just go through in the middle the whole time? Everything's just all right. Yeah, it's safe. It's, you could just say normal. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about anything crazy happening, but there's no fun. But with fun comes sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, with happiness comes sadness. I'd take the ups and downs all day. It's something for sure. I guess I should say I'm 23. I turn 24 this year eventually. So my point is I'm still young, and I mean I'd be considered old to to the younger people, but man, you got so much of life left to live. Like I'm a very anxious person. Like I don't ever want to fuck up, which you can understand. As somebody that's 23, not how I should be thinking about it. You have to fuck up, and I know that, but I don't like to fuck up because it's kind of like when I'm playing. I guess maybe that's where I fucking get it from. But like, kind of when you playing a video game, and you know what I'm saying, you play it on easy mode. Obviously, you're gonna just be perfect. You're not gonna ever fuck up because everything's gonna be easy. But life's not fucking easy. You playing the game that you're the best at on the hardest difficulty against the fucking top people in the world. Like, you gotta be smart with every single decision. I've like literally seen that too on my end. Like every little decision that I've made has made or broke me. For instance, there was a day where all of my homies went to jail. And if I didn't choose to start working as soon as I could at 16, I would have been in jail with them. It was a day. I'm not saying it did nothing crazy. It was in a fucking like trap house, not necessarily a trap house. They was in an abandoned house, smoking weed, and they all started running. And so, you know, the cops talking about, I will shoot you. Them boys said, I'm not getting shot, and fucking got down. But yeah, I mean, you go to jail for a day. I'm sure it's still, you know, an experience. It's not fucking weeks, months, years, but it's an experience that I didn't have to see, but I could still learn from. Either run faster or watch who you hanging around and putting yourself in situations with. One of the dudes, still my homie to this day. We cool as fuck. Like I'm probably closer to him than he is with any of the rest of those people. But that's cause I mean I'm not gonna say this is why me and him are closer. But I don't be on bullshit. Like I'm not doing nothing crazy. Honestly, you could call me boring. Some people wouldn't see it that way, but like I just chill every day. I sit in the house. Yeah, I gotta leave the house sometimes because my girl, I can't make her just chill in the house, but. Before I tried to start this to her, before me and her got together, it was work and it was home. And that's partially why I'm trying to quit drinking, because it's been, yeah, I said I'm 23. It's been like 4 or 5 years every single day fucking drinking. Shit, if you want to say 4 or 5 years, smoking, vapes, and drinking probably every single day. And I mean, some people could think about it in the financial sense. I did the math on the vapes. At least where right now, I would get a discount on my shit. I was spending in the past 2 years, I was spending like 5,000 a year on vapes. So that would be 20,000 if I didn't have the discount, bro. Like, let's just say over the past 5 years, 100,000. Like, if we're saying 20,000 for 2 years on vapes, and then I said 5 years on vapes, it's 20, 40, 50, bro. And that's just the vapes. The weed, fuck, that'd be just 100,000 on weed in the past 5 years, if not way more. And then alcohol, like, if I truly mapped it out, just recently, because recently I do it. I feel like I was doing it smarter, but I might have been might have been spending more. But how I was doing it is like one pack would be two and a half days. So 2 packs would last me 5 days. So that's about, let's just say, $50 a week on alcohol. Wow. My point is clear. Every fucking habit, it's not like compound interest, because it's not interest, but it's compounding. Every single time that I choose to go to the store and buy more alcohol, that's just adding to the money that I don't have for other shit. Like, I'm gonna end this bitch soon. It's already at 30 minutes. That's crazy. But like soon, I'm gonna be having a wedding in about a year and a half. That no father figure. No, let me back up. That no father is putting money towards. I don't need no father, nobody to put no money. Cause I've mapped it out. I could save enough money in a year and a half to pay this shit all by myself. My girl's gonna help. My mom's gonna help. Her mom's gonna help. Like, I'm not gonna have to do it all on my own, but it's still showing me the sense of responsibility that I need to start having. Not 17 anymore, just bullshitting at the house. Like, I gotta lock the fuck in. I say lock in, like this what it means. It means to fucking put what you want to do to the side and do what you need to do. You don't, at least when you first starting out, when you a young man, you don't have control over shit. You have to put in the work to earn that control, to have the freedom to not have to go to work. If you know what I'm saying, if you make enough money to start your own business or something, you got to make the right decisions before you just chilling around. Because yeah, life is long, but it goes by quick. You will run out of time, but at the same hand, I have time. Like, that's counterintuitive, but what people will bring up is like a lot of the richest people in the world didn't get rich until, you know what I'm saying, they were a little bit older. But, or not a lot, but like some of the richest people in the world didn't get rich till they was a little bit older, which is cool, but that doesn't mean that you don't have to put in the work. They started putting in the work back then, like, you know what I'm saying, like younger, to get to where they were when they were older. You can't just bullshit and then one day, oh, I got a business idea. Nah, bro, you gotta put the work in. I got a business idea. Alright, I'm gonna cut this bitch. 35 minutes is crazy. And this is on my phone. It's gonna take like 5 years to post. It's been real. If anybody watched this bitch all the way through, you're a fucking G. Like and subscribe to this bitch. I mean, like this bitch and subscribe to me. I'm not a bitch. Alright.